Welcome, everyone, under the golden willow tree and with blue magic. My fungi elder really wants to come forward right now at this hour. Welcome, everyone, under the golden willow tree, part of World Unity Week. And so looking forward to this moment with Vassiliki, who has been in this under the golden willow tree with me since our opening ceremony a few days ago. I think I also saw Kristen Hoffman is here, and also Pookie, who also was a part of the opening. And we are kind of coming to this beautiful hour with Vassiliki as she will be sharing her musing music experience with us.
Hello, Sommer Joy. Thank you for having me in this magical place under the golden willow tree. You know, trees are my home. Since I was a child, I used to go and sit under a tree, and I remember it always made me feel wonderful and safe. I still do it all the time. We even had this sacred little space under the trees, and today I'm feeling like that. I'm feeling that I'm in a very special place, and this is a very special day, and I'm feeling blessed to be here with you today. Thank you all for being here with us today. I appreciate you all so much. It is a great pleasure and honor to be participating in World Unity Week 2022. I also want to thank the wonderful, amazing Pookie Lee for inviting me and for giving me the opportunity to take part in this celebration of unity and peace, and to share my gifts with the world, that as she said to me. And thank you, Sommer Joy. Thank you so much for giving me the space to present my work and to express my love and my gratitude to the world through this project, which intends to remind us how divine we are. So the muse, coming from the ancient Greek mythology, is a symbol of the divine aspect of ourselves, the one which is unified with the divine and not separate from it. And that's why the muse is the source of inspiration for everything, for art, for science, for love. Art connects the human with the divine. This is the source of inspiration for this composition, which intends to explore the essence between woman and goddess, between the physical and the etheric. In order to have peace in the world, peace on this planet and in our external life, we first need to have peace within. The unity and the peace start within. We first need to be unified with the higher version of ourselves. And then we can share that version of ourselves with others. First, I need to communicate with my own self, to love me, and to find peace within my own mind, body, and spirit. And then I am able to put all of that out to the world and offer my best gifts to humanity. MUSE was presented in the UK as the main presentation project for the first degree BA Honours New Music and Media that I completed at UCLan, and got an 88% distinction, 70% considered the highest score one can be awarded as an innovative composition. also leading to my MA by researching musical composition. So it was just shared within an academic context. This presentation today is the world premiere of the music, which is going to be released soon. The first part of this presentation is an introduction to the mythological background of the Muses, as we've known them from the writings of the poets and the historians of the ancient world. The second part is a musical journey to the actual world of the Muse.
So amazing so far. It's so wonderful to have this premiere happen right here. Yes. Under the golden willow tree. We are so excited. If you can't tell, Pookie and Kristen and everyone that's here, the world is watching and waiting and excited to see this.
Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you.
Yes. As you get ready, Leslie, I'm just going to talk about you because you shared me a tease of your music and it literally blew my mushroom cap off my third eye. And I was like, you are coming under the golden willow tree. Yes, yes, yes. So here it is. Here we are.
Zeus slept with Mnemosyne, Remembrance, for 9 nights, away from the rest of the gods. After 9 months, she gave birth to 9 girls, the 9 Muses. In Pieria, close to Mount Olympus, the Muses were in harmony with each other, since they had all the same father and mother. They were happy in Olympus, singing melodies and hymns with their sweet voice and dancing with their father Zeus, who loved them very much. This is according to Hesiod's Theogony. About the birth of the Muses, it has also been said that when Zeus was celebrating his marriage, he asked the other gods, his guests, if there was something that they missed. And they said that he should now make some deities who could, with nice words and music, worthily hymn Zeus's big exploits. So the 9 Muses were preachers and praisers of Zeus's glamour and his world. Only the Muses and god Apollo hold and play the lyre. Their sound stops the blazes of Zeus's thunders and calms Ares, the cruel god of war. and bewitches the other gods. However, their sound scares anything that Zeus doesn't like, or anything that goes against his will. Their devotion to their father is reflected in their songs, which are always about the glory of Zeus. They were deeply attached to Zeus, and this is clear in the early poetry, since they were the only divinities to be called Olympiades. In Homer's poetry, we see the Muses standing by the poet, who calls upon them to remind him the events and the characters of the heroic past. The Muses know everything. They have seen everything. The poet has only heard about these things, and his memory cannot retain all the facts. Therefore, without the Muses, the epic poetic creation is impossible. In Hesiod, the relationship between the Muses and the poet becomes closer. Once, Hesiod was grazing the sheep, and the Muses approached him and gave him a bay branch, scepter, and granted him the gift of poetry. Videlicet, the ability to sing the things to come and the past. To him, the immortal gods and the Muses themselves, in the beginning and in the end of his song. We know that the Muses chose several poets to give them the gift of the Muses, the gift of poetry, such as Archilochus, Epimenides, Callimachus, Ennius, Propertius. In the preambles of Iliad and Odyssey, the poet calls upon the muse in singular. Ephorus and other writers mention 3 muses, whereas others talk about 4, 5, 7, or 8 muses. In the last rhapsody of the Odyssey, as well as in another extract written by the poet Ephemelos, the number 9 is mentioned about the Muses. Hesiod seems to have established number 9 for the Muses. Number 9 might have been taken from the number of dancers in certain devotional dances, or it is multiple of number 3. Common number for female deities, maidens, like Haridas, Ores, etc. Generally, for team gods, it's usual not to have a definite number or individual identities. In some cases, singular alternates with plural. This singular-plural alternation about the Muses is justified, since every poet had his own muse, who stood by him every time he called upon her, in singular, to help him, but altogether there were many. According to poets, they were personifications of man's highest intellectual and artistic aspirations, and the source of inspiration for scientists, historians, poets, and artists. Each of the 9 was the source of inspiration for a particular field of science or art. So we have, for example, Urania, the muse of astronomy and astrology. Thalia, the muse of comedy. Calliope, the muse of epic poetry. However, the 9 muses The Muse were, in fact, one thing. They were actually the source for any kind of inspiration. I hope you enjoyed the video. And now I am inviting you to a journey to meet the Muse. You are going to experience the touch of the Muse. So grab a pair of headphones, relax, close your eyes, and surrender to this magical connection. And who knows, if you engage, if you feel her essence, if you tune into the frequency of the Muse, she might bless you with the gifts of art, creativity, expression, and deification. Enjoy.
Wow. Oh.
Here we go.
Wow.
How was your journey?
Incredible.
I would love to have some feedback from the listeners if we have.
Absolutely. Yes. Kristen Hoffman says, wow, so beautiful. What a deep journey. Absolutely. Wow. Pookie, bravo. Anastasia, wow. You're welcome if you'd like. I don't even know how to form sentences right now. And I mean that like as a compliment. That was incredible.
Thank you very much. Thank you also.
Wow. To your team and just all who are supporting the muse through you. Yeah, such a beautiful journey. Would you like to share a little bit about like how you do that, or like what was that? What? And then maybe we can hear other voices, but I really feel like it'd be important to hear from you a little bit.
Thank you so much.
Of what it takes to create what you just did. Yeah.
I create with my heart. And it's just intuition, you know, it's what I feel. I feel the music and I create it. It doesn't come from my mind, or it's not, you know, it's not something like that. Yeah, today I'm going to write music, so let's pick a mythological kind of subject and do that. Actually, I'm going to say how everything started. I was walking when I got that inspiration, and I was on a walk, and in England, I loved looking at the sky and observing the clouds. You know, I always had the sense that the sky was closer than it was in Athens. So I used to just take long walks and you know, look at the sky. And I just, everything started from the final movement that you listened to, which was the vocal one. And that was the first one that I got. And I just, the music just came to me. It just came to me. I kind of channeled it, you know? And I was like, what is this? I was feeling some sort of essence coming from above. And then it started like merging with me, and I was feeling it more and more. So I tried to capture it, like, you know, keep the melodic line. And then I went to the studio and I just played around with it. And then everything just started evolving, and all the other movements just came to me. And yeah, I'm an intuitive composer. I just feel the music. And also I think that let's say, you know, film composers, some of them are usually describe feelings with their music. I think that I am in the category of composers who actually feel the music and share it from the heart, if you know what I mean. It's directly from my heart to your heart. So that's how I am feeling it, and that's how I am experiencing it. And I'm so glad you received it. And thank you so much for your kind words.
Oh, I mean, I've never experienced anything like that before.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. And did you have any images? Because I as soon as I closed my eyes, yes. I have an image, but I want to hear you first.
I mean, first off, you know, it was really interesting hosting this, you know, under the golden willow tree, but at some point I stopped hosting, if you know what I mean. And I just laid down and I felt like I was floating and we weren't in a Zoom room anymore. We were like, we were held in those muses. I felt them come in and like lift me up and into the universe in some way. I mean, I felt like I got cleansed. Like there was just this like, and then the magic mushroom, the blue magic, my fungi elder, I felt I actually went down and into the fungi. Like I felt like you brought, and that's really what this visual, because I felt like it was like I went into like a kind of underworld that was just with the mycelium. And I mean, I just haven't actually let go that much out of my head of like, okay, oh, someone's coming into the Zoom room, or, oh, I better let that person in, or thinking about what's next, or what. I just completely left my like brain waves, if that makes sense. And I felt all of you. I could feel Kristen. I could feel what was going on with her. Like we were just like surfing together. Pookie, I like saw Pookie's flowers, like we were all together. It was, yeah. And the Atlantis, I felt this like ancient Greek place here.
Coming home together, right?
Yeah. 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 It would be so good too to hear from Pookie. I did not realize that Pookie is part of what brought you into this World Unity Week. Like,
Oh, yes.
what? Pookie and Kristen Hoffman, they're both incredible musicians. Like, what's happening for both of you? I think it would be so important to hear from them.
Oh, yes.
And anyone else, really, truly. But Pookie?
Yes. Oh my gosh. It was so uplifting. I felt I felt as if I was rising through the whole experience, and just like rising and swirling in these energies. I felt all of the muses individually, like coming in. I don't know if that was intended in the expression, if each one was represented in a movement, but I could feel that beauty, that divine feminine really moving forward, and the creativity. Yes. The divine, we are the creators. Women, we bring forth life into the world. This is a huge role that we play, and in the evolution of humanity, right? And then to see this, to feel this divine feminine it was the divine feminine rising in the creativity of the manifestation of what we're creating together, and so right now the feminine is rising. Doesn't matter what it looks like in the world, right? It may be out picturing in a very different way, but the truth is we have to pay attention to what we're feeling, what we know, what's beyond this third dimension. And that's where this music took me. It took me out of this dimension and into the spheres of our enlightened creativity. And I think that it's our creativity that is going to bring healing to this world. And everything that we've been talking about all week long has been all about creativity, right? And so you just kind of brought it all together in this beautiful expression. And like the music, I could feel it in different parts of my body too. I could feel it in different places in me. And so that was like so profound, because it was as if the muse was moving inside of me and like activating different parts of my own creativity, maybe that haven't been activated in a while. Wow, Vassiliki, thank you so much. I had no idea, and I'll tell you, it was spirit that guided me to you.
Like I told you, Pookie, I told Pookie, spirit is speaking through you, because she said, Vassiliki, like you should come with us and present your work and share your gifts, and the time is now. And it was like divine timing, it was exactly when I needed an invitation like this, and to actually, start sharing this kind of music, because MUSE was my starting project, and then other spiritual cosmic musics followed. And this is like the first release of these compositions. So this is the beginning. Thank you so much, Pookie. Thank you. And thank you for confirming all of this, because that's my vision. This music is intended to help you connect with your higher essence, with your I am that I am presence, with your higher self, So, and exactly this essence that is helping, the woman to remember that she's a goddess. She is divine. We're all divine. So thank you so much. Thank you for everything. I love you. I appreciate you. You are a high priestess, I've told you. And Sommer Joy, you are a high priestess too. Definitely, I'm sure.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Under the golden willow tree.
And so are you. And so are you.
Wonderful.
And look at Kristen Hoffman.
Yes,
look at her screen right now.
I know.
What?
I know.
I don't know.
Kristen,
It's
I
blue
hope you're
magic
ready.
is coming, I think. I have the blue magic underbow, it seems.
That's angelic energy, isn't it?
It's the muse. It's the music that has come in. And Vassiliki, that was so beautiful. I felt like a contemporary, almost the voice of the spheres, like this contemporary future now voice of the spheres mixed with like an ancient bed of it was ancient, future, and otherworldly all at the same time. And I love that you give yourself permission to just totally be guided by the music, and even at times like color outside the lines. Like I feel like you let yourself go there, and then it has these contemporary kind of moments that suddenly like come together and harmonize. It's this beautiful dance between, it's like these otherworldly sounds that then suddenly harmonize and come back into this very synergized space. And I loved the palette of sound you chose to work with too. It was such a diverse palette of sound, and yet every single different instrument and expression wove together. And once you started hearing a new sound, you would say, oh, that's interesting. Oh, wow, how does this work together? But then suddenly you'd almost get this zoom out and be like, wow, that was an incredible transition. So I just also honor this vision of the transitions, because they were masterfully done, so that we could really experience each instrument and kind of looking through the portal of each mood and muse and zone, but then having this beautiful transition point where like another voicing would come in and start to take us on into the next portal, but we'd feel this like afterglow effect. And I just felt this point where I was lying back, and I observed from almost like a third person consciousness. I observed as I started going into that realm between the worlds, which usually I'm not conscious of it. It just happens. And it was so interesting that there was almost like a heightened awareness that as I entered that space, it was almost like lucid dreaming. So I could see myself floating in that space, and I loved that.
Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the words coming from you, and you really understand my music. You really comprehend it, and you expressed it so accurately and so well. And yeah, this is a combination of ancient elements and the simplicity of just monophonic movements, and classical instruments, but explored through the use of music technology and some certain combinations of effects that actually, create this feeling of floating and being out of time and space even. Yes. So yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was really an astounding journey, and a piece that I think you can be really proud of and will carry so many people into a space that is so healing and nurturing.
Oh, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you. I can't
And
wait
I just,
to release the music.
oh yeah. And we'll talk about that too on the other side of World Unity Week. There's so much opportunity. And truly, you know, Kristen, I have a sense you have to go soon. But I just want to say, I mean, both of you are amazing at cultivating that through your music. I mean, I just have to say, the two of you, I remember one of the first experiences of the soul-ome of Kristen Hoffman that was like, what? Like, I really think there's something to say about not only creativity, Pookie, like you were saying, okay, creativity keeps coming up, but it's this place that you can take us to that is together, that I don't think all creativity brings us to. I don't think all music brings us to a place that is like, I really want to say both of you, Kristen and Vassiliki, it's like, it's more than surrender. It's more than like, we are one. But I really feel like bowing to the muses, to both of you, is really, really important to acknowledge here. And also, oh my goodness, can you imagine Vassiliki in our synergy circle? I just want to throw that in, Kristen. I know we have like, it's the ELs, evolutionary leaders, but like, there's so much synergy going on in this space. It's like hard to even like, I want to like sing like a high tone of some kind of fabulous frequency right now because it's happening right here. And good. It is. Yeah. Right, Pookie? I mean, come on. Woo.
Let's make it happen. That's what I saw when I closed my eyes, because I also closed my eyes. I was listening to the music like it wasn't mine, you know. And I just saw this circle of women floating, and I felt that it was us, you know. Mm-hmm. So on one level, it was the muses, and then on a more grounded level, it was you and me and Pookie and Christine and, you know, everyone.
Everyone here.
Everyone here, exactly. All like divine feminine energy, and, you know, these goddesses like remembering who we are, sort of thing. So yes, we are doing it. I just quickly want to say that following this, I aim to produce and present a related ritual performance during Peace Week, ideally in a live streaming form. So there's going to be a continuation of this, and obviously, you know, very soon the release of the music. I can't wait to share my music with the world and everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to be here today. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you all. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and I'm sending love and blessings to all of you. Thank you so much. Love, love, love to everyone.
And I just want to, so much love. The golden willow tree thanks you right back. And I want to invite you under blue magic, which is going to be the name of this room in the final days of the 99 days. I already know I'm going to have a space, and it's going to be, you know, we're going from golden willow tree to the heart of the Amazon, where the space will be under blue magic in Peace Week ever. I just know it, and you're more than welcome.
Thank you so
to and Pookie and Kristen and all the things we're going to co-create and magically flow through over these next 90, however many days we have left. I just want to
I will be delighted. Thank you so much, Summer Joy. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Pookie. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, everyone. I love you all.
Thank you. We're looking forward to more of your gorgeous vision and your music and you are our new muse that we've discovered.
Wow.
So you're officially our muse now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's the best thing I've heard.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. And for those of you that want more of Vassiliki, I've shared in the chat her bio, the information of what she's doing here. And if there's any other links or information, Vassiliki, that you want to close this recording in before we kind of softly transition into our closing circle, which is really not a closing. It's kind of like, and so we continue.
Yes, I just want to share the love, encourage everyone to keep the frequency high and to connect with the higher version of yourselves and to really feel your heart and feel the music in your heart. That's the message for me. Love everyone.
Woohoo! Yes. Yes. More of that, please. Keep her flirting with the muse. Yes, yes, yes. The world needs it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. So much love.
Love, love,
And then
love.
I don't love, love, love.